Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here. This is episode 105. 105 of the American Reveille Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk about Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein. Who is this striking fellow that looks like a very close relative to the dad from American Pie? This piece of work here works for the Democrat Party. He's a Democrat operative. He's one of these strategy guys, these guys that apparently get special secret squirrel access to back doors into where they count the ballots, ladies and gentlemen, where they count the ballots digitally. This guy, all right, when no one's supposed to have secret access, no one's supposed to have an internet pathway into the counting system, this guy apparently runs the show. But more importantly, I really wanted to make fun of his eyebrows. Next on the American Reveille Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here. This is episode 105 of the American Reveille Podcast. How you guys doing? Trying. I'm trying to keep it together. Trying so hard, ladies and gentlemen. Lord help me. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. Because this censorship, man, oh my God. It pisses me off. It doesn't piss you off. It's so, I'm not saying it just randomly like nothing's happening to me and I'm walking around like, oh, damn the censorship. It must be tough for those guys. Ooh. No. I'm shadow banned everywhere. My stuff is censored to holy hell. I'm sitting here coming up with creative freaking marketing and sticker contests. All right? By the way, let's segue for a second. Check this stuff out. I got these awesome stickers in. All right. They are a badass. You see these? Look at this. This whole stack of stickers. For those listening, I'm showing the people on the camera. If I can get past the glare. All right. We got the corporate logo right there. Trust me, I'm in touch with a trademark lawyer right now getting that all fixed up. So don't get any ideas. I don't know why I did the Macho Man for that. Don't get any ideas. Ooh, yeah. Take a look, guys. You see this? That's the podcast logo. Looks like a skateboard sticker from the 1990s. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my homies. Listen, I'm going to be announcing a contest. All right. The stickers have a meaning. I'm going to be announcing a contest in the next few weeks, maybe in a month, maybe a month and a week. We'll see where it falls because I'm waiting for a couple more street team items to arrive in the mail and a few more marketing things to come into place. And also, it really depends on finding a WordPress guy to finish the website. I'm almost there. All right. It just needs to be updated. That's it. So that we can transfer the old website to the new website. That's it. I want to try to time all this at the same time. It's going to be really awesome. But, all right. And maybe it might not hurt to leave a comment about this. And it might not hurt to send me an email, jameslane@americanreveille.com, if you're interested in participating. But I'm going to be sending these stickers out in a special letter to patriots across the country. There's going to be specific people as part of Street Team that get a chunk of them and distribute them. But individual folks like yourself who might reach out to me and say, hey, I want a letter. I want 2 stickers. What you're going to do with these stickers is you're going to take these stickers and put them in an interesting area. Not an area that's going to cause like anything bad or negative, but an area that might be controversial or an area that might be provocative or an area that might be super interesting, wherever we can get the word out as much as possible, as much traction as possible for people to see. And it can be strange places, interesting places, wherever. You're going to take a picture of that. All right. And the person with the most interesting, all right, submission after a couple weeks or probably a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months, I'm going to give out probably a $200 gift certificate as a grand prize and probably 3 or 4 $50 to $75 secondary prizes. All right. So if there's any reason, if you're new here and you're just trying to figure out what this is, to stick around. All right. That's free money. All right, I want you to understand something. I don't have 50, 60, 80 million people listening to this show. We're up and comers, all right? We're in the couple thousands. And if you do the math, not many people are going to respond to this. What could it be? 20, 30, 40, 50? You have a really good chance of winning $200 just by doing something fun with a pair of stickers. I think it's going to be really cool, guys. But just stay tuned, all right? More on that. You're not going to have to pay me a thing. I'm going to pay for shipping and everything. I'm going to get it all out to you straight from me by hand. That's how we roll in the humble beginnings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a knuckle dragger, folks. I work for my paycheck. Guys, with that being said, all right, do me one more favor. All right, we're really trying to break through the censorship, all right? If you love what we're doing, if you've been following for a while, if you're wondering how you can help, just head over to the website. Go to www.americanreveille.com. Hit the Support Us tab, all right? You can donate some Bitcoin, some Dogecoin, however, or you can go to PayPal. If you just feel like being a little generous and you want to know that your money's going to a good cause, getting invested into what we're doing here, spreading the word, empowering people, waking people up, all right? Putting out this great content at the core of it, entertaining conservatives and the full spectrum of the right with great content. Guys, if you want to see more of that, if you want to see us expand and grow, if you want to see more bloggers, more writers come on board, if you want to see more podcasts come on board, more shows come on board under this umbrella and this expand into a beacon for the right, do me that favor, please. Go to www.americanreveille.com, hit the Support Us tab, and donate what you can. We would greatly appreciate it. It's going to go into all of our efforts to supporting you and getting more patriots to join the cause, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, thank you so much for listening to me go on and on and on and on and on. Just do me one favor, one last favor. All right, last one, I promise. I know this is going long. Stay tuned at the end. All right. Just stay tuned at the end. Just for an extra couple minutes. All right. This awesome episode, it's sponsored by Life Change Tea. All right, guys. Bam. Bam. Whoopsh. Life Change Tea. Whoopsh. You got to do it like that. Whoopsh. With the whoopsh, the thrust. I don't know why the palm goes back. I think that's maybe that's part of like the dance move side of the karate. I don't know. But Life Change Tea, this stuff's awesome. All right. I've been drinking this for a good month and a half now. All right. It's been keeping me regular, keeping my bloat down. It's been cleansing the toxins out of my system using this proprietary blend of herbs that people have been using for thousands of years. El Natural, made in the USA. Hell yeah. Awesome stuff. All right. Hey, look, I'm not ashamed to admit it. All right. I'm in my late 30s. Sometimes I need to get the poo-poo regular again, folks. You got to get the poo-poo on board. All right. With what you do. All right. That's the stupidest sounding thing I've ever said. Listen, just get Life Change Tea. It's awesome. All right. I'm going to do a little ad at the end of this show. All right, just a little ad at the end of this show. It's like 2 minutes long. You'll see why you should give it a try. Go to getthetea.com, getthetea.com, getthetea.com. Use promo code James. All right, guys, get free shipping and handling. With that being said, let's start the show. All right, confirmed Democrat operative was given secret internet connection network. All right. He was given the connection to the network where the ballots were being counted. That's by Jim Hoft, guys. And what it says at the top is what it is. And what it is very true. This is big. Emails show that Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein, maybe it's Stein, maybe it's Steen, who knows? All it reminds me of at that point is it's Frankenstein, Wisconsin State. I didn't mean to actually say Wisconsin State lead for the National Vote at Home Institute was given secret internet access at the Hotel Convention Center where ballots were counted in Green Bay. And my God, look at that face. So for those that are listening, I've prepared a few statements about Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein before I actually read through this. All right. And for those watching, to try and make this funnier, and look, I'm going to put a disclaimer out here. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm trying my hand at writing down a couple one-liners and being funny here, trying to do a better job at being a host of this podcast that we all love so dearly and I love so dearly. So if it sucks, let me know. If some of them hit, if you laugh your ass off, please let me know too. Comment section, email me directly, jameslane@AmericanReveille.com. So you know what? Let's get right to it. I said in the beginning, one of the big reasons, right? That's what I said in the introduction. All right. One of the big reasons why I chose to do this. All right. I could be covering right now. What? There's all kinds of stuff going on. Shootings and just horrible stuff. I could cover all kinds of crap. Freaking McConnell and Schumer are bitching and moaning at each other about the Voting Act. Yeah, right there, right? HR 1. We could be talking about that. That's a big one. But no, I had to talk about Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein because, God almighty, I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to write some jokes about him. All right. This is comedy. This is meant to be funny. All right. If somebody tries to sue me or takes this serious, just remember I gave you this disclaimer. All right. And if you don't care about my disclaimer, then you can so graciously go fuck yourself. Thank you. Excuse me. Oh, now this show's not for kids anymore. All right. The first what are we on? Yeah, the first 10 minutes was clean, but sorry. Just broke that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look, we're going to blow this up for those watching. If you're listening, I made this guy's face the cover art on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that so that you would know. All right. But for those watching, and if you're listening, you can watch. You can go in the description section. All right. If you go in the description section, by the way, guys, that's where you'll find everything, every link to everything from the newsletter to the donations to the social media, all the different platforms. If you're listening and you want to watch, you just look in the description section, find the Odyssey or the YouTube or the Rumble, wherever. Go there. Give it a watch so you can see a blown up version that I so graciously dug up for you on LinkedIn of this guy. And we're going to return to his profile. Don't worry. We are after we read that. But I had to blow up this freaking guy's face. I had to. All right, guys, I've prepared these couple one-liners and I did take one off social media. All right. I'm going to give a shout out to that guy. And this is how I'm going to describe, all right, this is how I'm going to describe Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein. He looks very rich, so he's probably, capable of suing the living shit out of me. But that's okay. He won't get much. I pretty much have like a donkey, like a goat. I don't even have a donkey and a goat. I don't even know why I brought that up, all right? Listen, Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein, he looks like Johnny Knoxville raped Oscar the Grouch. He looks like someone tried to clone Ben Shapiro at the flea market. All right, I have one more. Do you think that Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein, do you think he unhinges his jaw like a snake before he eats small children? Yes. Do you? All right, wait. All right, and one last one. I couldn't write a lot of these, all right? I could only use my own personal Jewish power for like 3 or 4 jokes that are kind of funny, all right? I'm not a stand-up comedian. This is like my first time writing a couple of these one-liners. So if any of them hit, it is the inner Jew coming out. It's me channeling my Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro was on the toilet and he went, hum, and I went, hum, and like 6 other Jews went, and like light shined out of everybody's mouths. And all of a sudden I wrote funny jokes. If you don't get that reference, I can't help you. All right. M.A. What is that? What the hell did I even write? Is that horrible when you can look how I write, guys. All right. I want you to see this if you can. I have the worst handwriting. All right. That's how you know right there that I'm going to possibly be successful at something. because you can't read my handwriting. That's a sign. Either that, or at some point I had a stroke. All right. But I'm going to say that that's a B. All right. Maybe it's a P. MAP or MAB, maybe MAB 777 on Gab. All right. At MAB 777 said Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein. All right. He hid the thumb drives in his eyebrows. I think that was funnier than everything I said, though. I kind of like the Ben Shapiro getting cloned at the flea market one that I came up with. Let me know what you think. All right, in the comment section below, or email me directly, jameslane@AmericanReveille.com. I'm going to, I had a couple runner-ups, by the way. You remember the 1993 movie, Super Mario Brothers, with John Leguizamo? He looks like a Goomba from that movie. If you get the reference, you'll find that funny. Let's see. There was a couple other runner-ups. What was the other one? Do you remember the movie Wedding Crashers with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson? Do you remember how that crazy redhead girl that was like super into Vince Vaughn at the wedding, her brother was like the creepy, like he was drawing paintings and trying to have sex with Vince Vaughn? Todd. That's what he looks like. Todd. That was one. All right. His eyebrows look like two caterpillars having a cockfight over a dying tree stump. That might have been funny. That kind of didn't. My wife looked at me like I was an idiot. So, it is what it is. I can't look at his face anymore. Okay, guys, I just can't look at his face. Look, it's so scary. It's so scary. Ben Shapiro, I love you. Don't get offended, okay? I'm trying to just be funny. We're all doing the best we can out here, all right? All right? Let the little guys hustle and work and compete too, brother, all right? Happy Passover. Listen, I'm exiting out, but we're going to come back to his profile because I want to prove a point about Michael, okay? Let's read through this a little more. You see the Michael Spitzer, the Rubenstein, a veteran Democratic operative. We're reading a Democratic operative, the veteran Democratic operative, intricately involved in Green Bay's November election, was given access to hidden identifiers for the internet network at the Hotel Convention Center where ballots were counted, according to emails obtained by the Wisconsin Spotlight. Green Bay city officials insist the presidential election was, quote, administered exclusively by city staff, but the emails show that Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein, Wisconsin state lead for the National Vote at Home Institute, had a troubling amount of contact with election administration November 4th. I almost choked when I said the word contact. If you missed it, you now know I said it. I shouldn't have said anything, but I thought it was kind of funny. Quote, I'll have my team create 2 separate SSIDs for you. Trent Jameson, Director of Event Technology at Green Bay's Hyatt Regency and Key Convention Center, where the city's central count was located on Election Day, wrote to Spitzer-Rubenstein. He had him create 2 SSIDs. SSID, of course, stands for Service Set Identifier. It's an internet network's name. Open up the list of Wi-Fi networks on your laptop or phone, and the list of SSIDs will pop up. Wireless router or access points broadcast SSIDs, so nearby devices can find and display any available networks. There's interesting ones, actually. Look, there's always interesting ones. I can actually do that right now on my cell phone, right? Before we keep talking about that. Have you ever done that in your house or in your neighborhood, or if you're in an apartment complex? Look, I'm looking right now. Look right here, FBI surveillance, friendly neighborhood Spiderland. What a nerd. Peralta, Tangang. Are you talking about like the orange space drink or the other Tangang? Anyway, mine's Space Monkey Party Zone. And now I have to change it. Oh, geez. Anyway, look. The problem is this. This is in a building where no one's supposed to have anything like that. There's no access to the internet that's supposed to happen anywhere near that. All right? This is for that. This is for that building. All right? This is illegal. This should do something. But again, I have all kinds of people arguing with me because we see, look, Hovan Pulitzer is getting his way and some more stuff's getting investigated in Georgia. We see more results of investigations coming out across the country. People are asking more questions. And I think it's going to have a big effect. It's going to have a huge effect on voting laws in the future. It's going to help us fight against HR 1. There's all kinds of good things that are going to come out of it. But folks, they certified the frickin' election. All right. They're not nobody's coming to arrest anybody. I wish they would. And if they do, I'm going to freaking be cheering them on just like you. But that's not happening. It was certified. So we just have to let them fail because of their own incompetence. And in the meantime, we're all trying to work together to spread the word of our values, to spread the word of the right, all right, to be welcoming to all, to love thy neighbor, take care of each other, and to work on building community for the right. To work on the economy for the right, social media for the right. You've been wanting to do a bigger role, have a bigger part in this. Start a business, start a nonprofit, start a PAC. Do it. All right. But don't just sit around wondering or wishing or hoping. All right. Do something positive. All right. This shouldn't be allowed. And it feels impossible because they make it very impossible for us. All right. If we had an SSID from the voting room, from the Green Bay Hyatt Regency and Key Convention Center, where the count is located, where there's not supposed to be any access whatsoever, because trust you me, even if they say, oh, it's in the same building, but it's not, they shut off the connection between, you can travel through the pipes, guys. Come on. We're not stupid, guys. We are not stupid. The very interesting thing is we couldn't get away with something like this if it was an average person like you or me. If it was a calloused hand knuckle dragger like you or I, we wouldn't get away with anything like this. No, ladies and gentlemen. And Michael, he's just as elite as any one of these people. It seems his future was predestined. How hard have you had to work for your future? How hard did you have to work to get where you are? How many people did you prove wrong? How many people are you currently proving wrong? How many people are still stuck? People like Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein will never be stuck. Again, stop letting the elites divide you. Stop letting the elites control you. There is no race war. There is no problem between colors, creeds, all right, and conditions in the lower rungs and in the middle classes. It's the elite versus everyone else. I don't care who you are, whether you live in the ghetto, whether you live in the trailer park, whether you live in the suburbs, in a mixed suburb community, or whether you live in different ethnic communities that are of different economic well-being, positive, negative. There's all different kinds. You know it. You know it deep in your heart. Whoever you are, left or right or wherever you're from, you know deep down in your soul that people do good and bad at all different levels from all different walks of life. And not everything is fair and not everything is right. All right. But Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein never had to roll the dice. And I'm not saying, all right, what I'm not getting at, or what I'm trying to get at, I guess, let me try to put it like this. I'm going to reveal to you who this guy is, where he comes from, what predestined him to be who he is. And it's going to seem like an impossible life that you would never, ever have. And it's because it is. It's because of the immense difference, the immense difference in class between the wealthy and everybody else. The middle class is the upper end of the poor in this country. If you think there really is a middle class, you're a disillusioned fool. All right? The middle class is the upper, lower class. But Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein, oh, well, he does very well for himself. He lives in Brooklyn, New York, ladies and gentlemen. He's a senior associate. All right. He's the strategy guy. He went to NYU Stern School of Business. I'm currently a senior associate of strategy within the private equity value creation practice. I'm an MBA graduate from NYU Stern School of Business. I have an MBA too, guys, except mine's from Excelsior University in Albany, which if he knew, he would probably look down his nose and go, Albany. Oh, most recently, I worked at the Wisconsin State Lead for the National Vote at Home Institute, advising state and local governments on operational improvements to facilitate increased mail-in voting. So his job at the National Vote and Home Institute is advising the state and local governments on operational, physical improvements. All right. The way things work and get done to facilitate more mail-in voting. That sounds pretty freaking manipulative to me. In fact, why does he have an SSID to an internet connection where they're counting the ballots in Wisconsin? Gah, it just seems like common sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it? If it's not nefarious, they're truly imbeciles. Truly. Before he ever went to business school, he worked as a political consultant. He founded a political consulting firm, which was acquired by a larger company that I joined as a partner. I led teams consulting with campaigns, including Governor Martin O'Malley's presidential campaign and London Mayor Sadiq Khan on digital strategy, marketing, and data analysis. I grew up in LA. I earned my BA in urban studies from Columbia University in 2012. I now live in Brooklyn. I'm an avid biker, craft beer lover, foodie, and pickle maker. I bet you're a pickle maker. Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein. Guys, listen, all right? I'm not blaming the guy for coming from wealth, all right? And I'm guessing. I'm literally taking a guess at where he comes from, but it's not far off. I bet you I'm not far off. All right. Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein. This dude, we're scrolling down, baby, down. He went to Beverly Hills High School. All right. He graduated in 2008. Do you know what I was doing in 2008? I was driving a forklift. All right. Loading freaking lumber and pallets of bricks and pallets of freaking dirt at a hardware store. That's what I was doing in 2008. All right. I think I was maybe a manager at that point, but it was still dollars on the hour. This man went to Beverly Hills High School, 2008. Okay. And again, I'm doing this to compare your life with his and to show you how you would never get away with this stuff. And he does. Well, because what experience, right? Like I've walked these streets. I've been to other countries. I was in the military. I've worked all kinds of jobs. I have calluses on my hand. I've worked manual labor. I've learned so many lessons. I've hit rock bottom. And I mean, so many of you have too. And pulled ourselves up and literally rebirthed ourselves like phoenixes and found some sort of peace and success. Many people have done this. But he started somewhere we can't even imagine. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. They're called elites because you can't even imagine what their life is like. All right? He went from Beverly Hills High School straight to Columbia University with a 3.66 GPA in urban studies. I don't know what that is. It's like studying freaking what's urban studies? Studying like groups of people living in the cities and stuff like that, or urban communities. I don't know. He did political science as well and a history specialization. Woohoo. I have a bachelor in science and world history. Yeah. Activities and societies. Student governing board representative. All right. He allocated $150,000 for student activities. What school, place, or business or anything where you just got out of high school, would you ever be trusted with $150K? Somebody tell me that. All right. Somebody tell me that. Universal income-based replacement or repayment of student loans. He published an article. All right. In college, he got published talking about universal income-based repayment of student loans. Great. All right. He's the co-founder and treasurer, the Students for Sensible Drug Policy, which is what? Loosening up the drug policy, I'm sure. Co-coordinator of the Columbia campus Camp Wellstone training, college Democrats, drum major, Institute scholar, young people. He's a super duper lib. BA in urban studies. All right. With a political science and history. Like I said. All right. Thesis on gentrification in Gowanus, Brooklyn. All right. Whoop-de-doo. So he did that. Right. Then he went on to the NYU Stern School of Business, 2018 to 2020. All right. He was Social Impacts Sustainability Associate, VP, Jewish Students Association, whatever. The sustainability, the social impact, all that stuff, that's your critical race theory indoctrination crap. All right. This guy is a behind the scenes puppet master, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. Not even out. He's in school. He becomes a administrative assistant. And then he becomes a new media intern, worked remotely to write and code fundraising and other emails, blog posts, web pages, social media updates for progressive causes and Democrats, including Rep. Alan Grayson. You see what I'm saying? This becomes the cornerstone of his education. He's a wealthy kid from a privileged family. These are the real privileged people. You see, this is this huge gaslight, right? Guys like this, people like this, those are the privileged looking at you, telling you you have white privilege. Those are the people behind the scenes pulling the puppet strings, programming people. All right. He comes out of school, a kid off the street. His family probably has connections, did very well in school. Now he gets this internship. He starts working with and building networks and connecting with politicians, with Democrats. All right. With the radical causes that they are pushing lately. Part of the behind the scenes movement, folks. All right. No regular person from humble background would have the money or the connections to even know where to start, to even begin doing any of this. That is the difference in classes. Those are the things people can't even imagine, don't even think of. This isn't complaining. This is trying to beat the comparison in your head. Nobody can actually imagine what it is to be Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein. You don't even know what his daily routine was. His daily routine at 10 years old was so much better than yours or mine. And I'm not saying that like you should be jealous. I'm saying that so that you can understand and know the place in this world, know your place, know his place, know why he's an elite, know what's happening, know what the power play that they're trying to pull to pit us all against each other at the lower rungs, to keep their place and power, to expand their power, their grip, their wealth. All right, you see what's happening. You can't imagine. His life at 10 was so much better than anything you could imagine. I said that 11, 12, any age. All right? Listen, don't be mad at him. Don't be jealous. Don't hate on him because of his background. If you're going to be mad or hate on him or think he's an idiot, do it because he's a Democrat and he believes in this evil system and this gaslighting, and that makes him a bad person. All right. He's a bad person. That's why I don't like him. But because he's wealthy or grew up rich, there are plenty of good, wealthy people out there. So I don't want anyone misconstruing this, though people will, and saying that I'm hating people and saying bad things about people because they're wealthy. They'll say it, but I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this guy at some point went to evil doctor school and became Dr. Evil. He's not a doctor, but you know what I mean. He was a fundraising associate in 2010. So keep in mind, he's still in school. This is year 2. So year 2010 through 2011, he researched candidates and donors. All right. He maintained donor and call time lists. He's learning the skills, the art of the trade there. All right. Then he became a communication intern for Manhattan Borough's president's office. Do you think that they would take any one of you from the community college? I was in community college for a short time. Do you think they would take anyone from a regular 2-year school or from a family with a last name that's not known or with a net worth that's less than 100K. All right. Oh God, less than 500K at Manhattan Borough President's Office. They built several websites promoting policy reports. He tracked news about the borough president. He assisted with press conferences for the bureau president and included other elected officials and leaders. Moving up, he was a volunteer coordinator then 2009 to 2012. He recruited and managed 40 to 50 volunteers, organized registration and logistics for the annual. See, he's learning, all right, learning how to affect people, pull people's strings. Legislative and communications intern for council member Melissa Mark Viverito. All right, listen, I didn't go to college. I didn't start college till I was like 28 or 29. By that time, all right, and when I did my bachelor's, when I finished my bachelor's, I'm going to say this real quick. I wanted to be a history teacher. I thought maybe I could do some good. I have a history degree. I wanted to be a history teacher. All right. And I found out that I needed to do a big old long 6 month to a year unpaid internship to qualify for a license where I'm an adult with kid. Like how, right? Adults can't do unless you come from a family that can afford it, that can afford you the luxury of not working while you're in college. Right? Or not starting college later after you've saved up a bunch of money or went to the military in my case, and that allowed them to pay for it. Unless you have the special touch passed down generation to generation, you don't get in. It takes very special people that work very hard. That's the whole thing about this country. That's why I'm not saying I'm complaining about those elites, but you need to recognize what they are. There is a way in, there is a way up, but you got to work your butt off. What did I click here? Let's go back. Let me go down a little bit. All right. Because there's more to see. There's more. All right. So then he goes back to Buzzmaker, and he becomes an actual online campaign strategist. They're paying him. They ran email campaigns for the Democratic congressional campaigns and an international political party. Do you see this? He graduated Beverly Hills High, went to this really nice fancy schmancy college, got a bunch of internships, and boom, right into the campaign strategist for Congress. All right, for international political parties, developed and managing projects. He knows social media, websites, all the new age tech, all the secrets that we're trying to figure out, how to reach all these different people. He knows how to pull the strings. And then he becomes the president, all right, of Spitzer-Rubenstein Strategies. This is a kid, all right? He's a kid. All right, this is right after he finishes his BA. He's in his early 20s. He starts his own company. And I'm not, again, look, Ben Shapiro did stuff like this. Again, I'm not talking crap about this. I'm trying to make a realistic comparison. We look in the mirror, all right? And I'm not talking crap about you guys because I'm one of you. Me too, all right? I didn't get any special treatment, and I'm still busting my hump here. All right. We all are. Don't hate because of it. Just I'm trying to, for the people that don't ever understand this crap, beat it into your head. All right. This is what real privilege looks like. That's what I want you to see. If anybody has white privilege, Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein has white privilege. Because my ass that got jumped every freaking day with a freaking crap family, abusive freaking dad with meth everywhere and pills everywhere around prostitution. And I don't know where my privilege is. And most of you don't know where your privilege is either, because nobody under a certain net worth actually has any privilege. And I could get an amen to that from anybody. Black, white, yellow, green, purple, pink, polka dots. It doesn't matter. Everybody can agree. Under a certain amount of money, we are all unprivileged. We all fight amongst each other for the scraps, and we relentlessly kill ourselves. And some of us get lucky. Some of us do the right thing, make the good decisions, better ourselves. Some of our families make good decisions and better ourselves through the generations. And we make it there. We get there. We become part of those elites, and we get to figure out what the hell is up. I'm not saying storm the gates. I'm not saying we need to do anything about it. I don't have a problem with them. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make you aware that this is how it works. But don't be silent either. Understand what's truly happening. And what's truly happening is we're being made to believe. All right? We're being made to believe by people like Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein behind the scenes that you and I, because of our skin color or slight political differences, that you and I are very different and disagree on a lot of things, but you and I, we aren't so very different. It's us and them, all right? That is who is different. Michael Spitzer-Rubenstein, guys, he'll never be held accountable. His name will fade away, though his eyebrows may live forever in my memory. They really look like two pieces of poop, like little like dog poops on his. All right, I'm done. Guys, it's just not going to happen. Now, do I think that things are going to be revealed? Do I think that we're going to learn more things eventually in regard to election fraud and uncovering truths? And yes. But what do I think it'll lead to? I think it'll lead to states doing things like Florida's trying to do, battening up the hatches, beefing up their election integrity, and fighting back against a tyrannical federal government, a temporarily tyrannical federal government, literally under siege, not by people on the right, but by a literal infectious disease, the leftist woke ideology that has literally seeped its way like creeping vines and buried itself literally like ticks, you know, right into the Oval Office, right into the heart, the lifeblood of this country. And unfortunately, it's going to be rough for a little bit of time. But, you know, like Tim Pool likes to quote all the time. Tim Pool always says this. He says, good times make weak men, right? Weak men make hard times make strong men make good times, or something like that. All right. We had a lot of good times. We have to go through some hard stuff. We're all together in this, guys. We're all together in this. And we will never give up our rights. We'll never give up our guns. We will never, ever act imprudently and based on emotion. We will outsmart them with logic. And in the end, our ideas, our ideology, our beliefs, all right, our righteousness, we will lead the way. We will crush them, and we will prevail. All right, ladies and gentlemen, disclaimer, when I say crush them, I mean ideologically. Okay, I have to say that so that people in black freaking masks don't kick my door in at 3 a.m. for no reason, since apparently they do that to tons of people that have no involvement with anything now. So hopefully I'll be all right after this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 105 of the American Reveille Podcast. I really appreciate you guys watching. Do me a favor, follow along on Gab, follow along on Parler, follow along on Odyssey, all right? At the James Lane on Parler, American_Reveille, everywhere else. Like I said, please go to www.americanreveille.com and donate. And please head to getthetea.com, getthetea.com, and get yourself some Life Change tea and really, really, really get prepared to feel so much better. Oh, can you feel it? Feel so good. To use the promo code James and get free shipping and handling. All right. Stay tuned after this episode, like I said, for a short little ad on it. And I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell, do whatever you can to support the American Reveille Podcast. Thank you so much. And I will see you on the next episode. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here, and I want to tell you about Life Change Tea. That's right, Life Change Tea. I have a pack of it right here. Listen, as many of you know, I've been working really, really hard to get back in shape, okay? I was thinking lately, right? and you should probably be thinking about it too, with how crazy everything is, with how unstable the government seems, with all of these socialists, all of this leftist insanity. You would just call insanity. Who knows when the hell I'm gonna have to run, or when I'm gonna have to, I don't know, save my family from something. I don't know. So I was getting fatter and fatter and fatter, feeling crappier and crappier and crappier. My diet was junk. I started by cleaning up the diet. I've been working out more and more, but I was still bloated. I was still gassy. I was still feeling crappy. And I finally decided to pull out an old trick in the book. All right. Something that I used for weight loss in the past. And I was thinking about a cleanse, right? Maybe take something that would help me evacuate my bowels a little bit, if you know what I mean. But you know, what I found was something different. I found Life Change Tea. All right, www.getthetea.com. I found this Life Change Tea, and instead of a 7-day or a 14-day cleanse, a 3-day cleanse, what they were offering was a daily tea, like a daily delicious iced tea, not some kind of weird hot tea or some kind of nasty tasting thing. No, this was a health supplement. All right, I started reading about it, and they were talking about all these herbs, these ancient herbs, right? Look at this: organic blessed thistle herb, malva leaf, organic marshmallow leaf. I didn't even know what the heck a marshmallow leaf was. Apparently, it's for anti-inflammatory and antioxidants and stuff. I looked some of this stuff up. It's crazy. Milk thistle extract that cleans your liver and kidneys. I mean, there's all these different things in here, but I was happy. I was attracted to it because it was all natural. It was put together in the US, right? Obviously, they've got to get spices from these very special places. Not spices, but you know, these special herbs. They got to get them from special places around the world, but it's all done here. It's packaged, put together, and blended accordingly right here in the USA. All right. And I tried it, and it was delicious. Look at this. I'm old school. I fill a jug. You see this big jug right here? And for those listening over there on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and everything like that, I'm holding this big gallon jug that used to be full of water. See those tea bags floating in the bottom there? This was full, guys. But I've been drinking it every day, twice a day, 8 ounces. Take a listen. Pour it in the glass. Oh yeah, that's not a sound effect. That's real. Look at this. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. And mabuhay to all my Filipino friends out there. I have the mint flavor. It's actually really good. I really like it. It's yummy. Look, this stuff's good. I can take that right now. I'm going to do 2 hours of podcast recording after this. It's not like me drinking that's going to send me running to the back. It's gentle. It's good stuff, all right? So it's got all these herbs. They cleanse you out. They make you regular again. They clean the toxins out of your system. They help you clean the extra waste that's been stored up in the colon, the stuff that's not healthy for you, not good for you. It keeps the bloat down. I don't feel so swollen. You know how you feel like swollen sometimes? Your fingers are... Yeah, you don't feel like that. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. So it's good stuff, guys. Listen, you have to go to getthetea.com, GETTHETEA.com, www.getthetea.com, www.getthetea.com. Promo code James, folks. Promo code James. That'll get you free shipping and handling. It's not expensive. It's good stuff, all right? It helps maintain your health. It cleanses your body from all kinds of toxins, all kinds of things that can cause colds and flus and different things like that. It keeps the bugs out real good. It helps your digestion, all right? Just like I've been saying, my bloats, I feel so much better, guys. I feel so much better. And just in this journey that I'm taking to get back in shape, I really feel like it's helping me immensely. It really is. I really think so. So try it out, guys. Life Change Tea. You just saw me drink a bunch of it. You just saw my almost empty jug. That's, by the way, like the 3rd jug. All right. That's not the first jug. Not the first jug at all. Trust me. It's good stuff, guys. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to thank me. All right. www.getthetea.com. www.getthetea.com. Get your Life Change Tea. Use the promo code James. Free shipping and handling. Thanks, guys.